What's going on, guys, and welcome to another His and Hers meal prep video. I got a lot of positive feedback on the last one I did, so I thought I would do it again. And here is a shot of all the groceries you're going to need for this meal prep. And then in the description, you're also going to find a complete list of them. And I prepped meals this week for my sister. So here are her meals. She has 4 meals for lunch and 4 for dinner. And then here are Alex's meals. He has 5 for lunch and 5 for dinner. You're going to find a complete breakdown of the macros, so the protein, carbs, fats, and total calories for each meal are going to be in the description, so make sure to check it out. And also, if you like this style of video, make sure to let me know. Hit the like button, leave a comment, it always helps. But I'm going to start off with the sweet potatoes. So I'm going to rinse them, scrub them, get any dirt off them, and then with a sharp knife or a fork, in this case, I'm just going to pierce a few holes in the potato. It's going to help them cook a little quicker and more thoroughly. And I'm going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees and then bake them for 45 minutes to an hour. And that is it for the sweet potatoes. Pretty simple. Then I'm going to move on to the flank steak. The flank steak is for my sister's meals. This is something I've made for her before. She really enjoys it and it's not that difficult to make, so I thought I'd just make it again. And I'm going to use some soy sauce, some black pepper, some sea salt, and some honey as the little marinade. You guys can use any seasonings, any marinades, any ingredients. That's up to you guys. Feel free to add different variety or more variety as you see fit. This is just what I used. But then I'm gonna flip it over and add some more soy sauce, some more honey, and a little more pepper. Not any more salt, just because it's salty enough. And then I'm gonna let this marinate for about an hour to an hour and a half, and I'll come back to it. Moving on to the chicken sausages, which are for Alex. He's gonna have two chicken sausages as part of his lunch. And then I'm just gonna take some extra virgin olive oil, drizzle it over top, and then mix them around in it. It helps to add a little crisp or, I think a better taste when you bake them. At least he thinks so, and I do as well. And I'm gonna bake them at 400 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes or until there's no pink. And now I'm gonna start cutting up some peppers. I'm not going to talk over all of this because you just don't need to hear me rambling about it. It's just cutting up some veggies. And again, I know there are people out there who like to watch veggies being cut up. It's not my thing, but hey, if that's your thing, you're gonna enjoy these next few clips, so check it out. And I'm back because it's time to add some seasonings. If you guys have watched my meal prep videos before, I keep it pretty simple because I like the way food tastes for the most part. So I'm just adding some extra virgin olive oil, some salt, and some pepper. I really just enjoy my simple seasonings. Again though, you guys can add whatever seasonings you would like. Just, keep that in mind. Then you're gonna wanna mix them up to get everything coated evenly. I don't want one piece not to have some of that extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper on it. I'm gonna set those aside and I will bake them here in just a few. But now I'm going on to the onion. So I'm gonna have an onion for Alex and an onion for my sister. I'm gonna show you cutting up one of them though. So cut it in half, you rip the peel off, you cut them into smaller pieces. It's pretty simple, but it may not be simple to everybody, so I'm gonna show it to you anyways, because that's what I do. But then in a medium skillet, I'm gonna add some extra virgin olive oil and some onion and get those going. Then I'm going to rinse off my mushrooms, give them a little bath, give them a little scrub, get that dirt off of them. Once you're done with that, all you want to do is cut the mushrooms up into smaller pieces. Then you just want to add the mushrooms to the onions. And I'm going to add some garlic salt because I would normally add minced garlic, but I didn't have any. And that's going to cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. And while that's cooking, I'm going to move on to the always delicious broccoli. You guys are probably so tired of seeing me cook, prepare, prep, cut up, whatever with broccoli, but you're seeing it again because Alex is getting some broccoli this week because he enjoys it. He loves himself some broccoli, and I do as well. So yeah, just cut it up into smaller pieces. And then again, simple seasonings. I have the extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, and pepper. It's always delicious. And then I'm gonna bake these with the peppers at 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how done you like your veggies. It's up to you. Now on to the meatballs. I know they're pre-cooked, they're not the healthiest, but they're somewhat healthy. I just rolled them out onto a pan and I'm going to bake them at 400 for only about 15 minutes. And then they are done. And then I'm gonna move on to the pasta sauce. So I have the jar of pasta. I'm gonna add about half of the water, or half a jar of water I should say, and then add the mushrooms and onions to that mixture. And that is for Alex, so I took a little bit out of the jar for my sisters because she doesn't need it all. She's only getting 4 meals and he's getting 5. And then just kind of stir that around, let it simmer on low for 5 to 10 minutes. All the juices will mix together nicely. It's gonna come out good. And then I'm going to add the flank steak to the oven on broil setting for 10 to 12 minutes per side. Again, depending on how thick it is or how they like it done, you could cook it a little longer, a little bit less. But then I'm gonna weigh out 4 ounces of the pasta for my sister's meals. And then on a higher heat, I'm going to get some water boiling. Once it's boiling, as you see, I'm going to break the pasta, add it, cook for about 7 to 8 minutes for that al dente pasta. And then Alex's is ready and he's getting a whole box of it. Even though it's not broken up into 2 parts, this meal prep, I hope it's still all making sense to you guys. Again, let me know. Feedback's always helpful. But then once it's done, I'm going to drain it, strain it, give it a little shake, and then move on to the packaging. And I'm going to start with all of my sister's meals. And I'm not going to talk over this part. I'm just going to let you watch it. And in the description, you're going to find a complete breakdown of all of the weights of the food that I'm weighing out. And then for certain things, if I don't weigh it out, like the pasta sauce, I'm just dividing it up evenly between the 4 meals. I would just take the pasta sauce, the onion, and the mushroom, get the total calories, the total protein, the total carbs, the total fats, and then divide that by the 4 meals. It might not be the perfect way to calculate macros, but it's gonna be close. And a lot of times I use MyFitnessPal to calculate macros. You can follow Water Jug Fitness on MyFitnessPal. While you're at it, follow Water Jug Fitness on Instagram and Snapchat as well. And for storing of the meals, I'm going to answer some of those frequently asked questions. They store the meals in the fridge, and when it's time to eat, they're going to reheat them in the microwave. You could also reheat them on the stove. That's up to you. They generally stay good for about 5 to 6 days. And that is it. It's it for this voiceover. I'm just going to let you watch the rest of the prep. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember, again, please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave comments. Seriously, guys, all of that is helpful in making these videos better. I never used to do voiceovers as much. I don't do voiceovers for all of my meal prep videos, but I do for a good majority of them now because I realize that's what people it seems. So again, your feedback is always helpful in making it better. I always read it, I try to respond, and yeah, just let me know. But that's gonna wrap it up now for the voiceover. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'm out.